This is me, a man with fibromyalgia. Two words you never usually hear go together, like a penguin sunbathing in Australia or a polar bear riding a camel in the desert. It's not something that you often hear go together because fibromyalgia is often labelled as a woman's condition. So when a man talks about chronic pain and fatigue, people don't always know how to react. Society expects men to be the strong ones, the ones who don't complain, who just push through it. But the truth is, 10 to 20% of fibromyalgia patients are actually men. And many of us are going through it silently because of stigma. Today I want to share my diagnosis story, what it's like living with fibromyalgia as a man, and why these stereotypes need to change. Fibromyalgia is a chronic pain condition that affects how the nervous system processes pain, and it causes widespread pain, exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, fibro fog, trouble concentrating or remembering things, and sensitivity to stress, temperature, and even noise. Yes, guys, you heard that. Noise can affect your fibromyalgia. It affects 2 to 4% of the population, and around 80 to 90% of diagnosed patients are actually women. That imbalance is a big reason why men are often overlooked or diagnosed much later. For men, fibromyalgia comes with another layer on top of the physical symptoms, and this is stigma. From childhood, men are taught, sometimes subtly, sometimes very clearly, that we're supposed to be the strong ones. We grow up hearing things like, don't cry, stop being soft, man up, and pain is weakness. And those messages stick with us. They shape how we respond to pain, stress, illness, everything. So when a man starts struggling with chronic pain, exhaustion, or weakness, the instinct is to just hide it. We push through it, we pretend it's fine, we don't want to be seen as the weak ones or dramatic. And by the time we do speak up, it's often after months or even years of suffering in silence. That's one of the reasons men with fibromyalgia often get diagnosed much later. We underreport symptoms, and sometimes doctors don't expect men to have fibro, so they look for everything else first. But being honest about your health doesn't make you less of a man. Asking for help doesn't make you weak. That mindset needs to change for all of us. For me, it started with fatigue that made no sense, not normal tiredness. It felt like someone had drained every single bit of energy out of my body, and even walking upstairs felt like I was carrying a ton of bricks. Then came the pain. They moved around my back one day, my legs the next. Nothing was consistent, nothing made sense. I went to the doctors multiple times, and at first I was brushed off with stress or anxiety, as are many. I was told to rest, told to take it easy, and that it was probably nothing, probably just the grief of my brother passing away. But deep down I knew that something was wrong, genuinely wrong. And it wasn't until a nurse diagnosed me with fibromyalgia that the pieces started to fit together. Hearing a diagnosis was scary because fibromyalgia has no cure, but it was also a bit of a relief. Having a name for what I was experiencing made me feel seen, at least. Because fibromyalgia is strongly associated with women, men often fall through the cracks. Here are some of the facts. 10 to 20% of fibromyalgia patients are men. Men are diagnosed later than women. Men tend to underreport their symptoms. Some research shows men may feel more intense pain but talk about it less. The silence and stigma make life harder than it needs to be. Men deserve to be believed, supported, and taken seriously, just like anyone else with a chronic illness. If you're a man watching this and you're dealing with unexplained pain or exhaustion, please don't ignore it. You're not weak for speaking up. You're not weak for hurting. Your pain is very real. Your symptoms are very real. And asking for help is a strength, not a weakness. For every single person living with fibromyalgia, male or female, remember this. The condition doesn't define you. You can still live a meaningful life, even if you have to do things a little differently. Thanks for watching, guys. If this video has helped you, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Share your own experiences in the comment and let's break down this stigma together.